talk a little bit about Riri and her new hair care line. I find this to be very interesting. Um, as you know, Rihanna is coming out with her new Fenty hair line, and I'm interested. I'm obviously people find this quite curious because it's right after Beyonce dropped her hair care line, Cecred. Now, people are just ride with me for a second on this, folks. People are upset. They're like, oh, why would she drop that? Well, not people, the Beehive. Oh, the Beehive. They're upset because they're like, why would she drop this right after Beyonce? And quite frankly, she's been working on this since 2021. This isn't something new. Beyonce started working on hers in 2022, and Rihanna started working on hers in 2021. Just look up the patent information, folks. It's all public information, okay? You know, you guys start complaining and yapping your lips about stuff, and the public information is out there. It's not news. So, I'm going to explain to you why Rihanna is a billionaire and Beyonce is not. Even though they both are equally just very successful women in their own right. But I'm going to tell you why Rihanna is successful at everything she touches. Okay? I'm going to explain to you why that is. But let's talk a little bit about why the Beehive is upset. Let's just do that. They're upset because they're like, well, nobody wants to buy, Bay Cecred, but you guys are all happy about Rihanna's Fenty Beauty hair thing, and that's because Rihanna's personable. Okay, now granted, Rihanna's hair care line is probably not going to be any different than anybody else's hair care line. Okay, it's not. All right, it's not going to be any different than anybody's shampoo or conditioner. It's not going to be any. It's just hair. It's just conditioner and shampoo. Really, it is. But she's personable. She is somebody that you can reach out and touch. I've seen interviews and promotions where Rihanna's walked up to people and touched their face and talked to them and done their makeup. Rihanna has walked up to people and done their makeup. I know the moment I fell in love with Rihanna. I remember she was pregnant, just big and pregnant, honey. Stomach hanging out. She had a half a shirt on with them little like ruffles around her shoulder. And she had a little mini ruffle skirt on and some toe out sandals. Just looking regular schmegula. She was in the islands, I think. I think she was in Barbados, just visiting home. And she got a piece of fruit and she kicked her little sandals off and walked into the ocean, had a little stomach out and just walked out into the ocean. And she looked like she was hot as hell. And this was the moment I fell in love with Rihanna. Girl, she took that peach or whatever the hell that fruit was she had, and she rinsed it off in the dirty ocean and ate it. She was like, I was like, oh! Did that billionaire just eat a dirty piece of fruit? Lord, child, she didn't get a handler to go and clean off a piece of fruit. No, girl, she went out there. There, the picture right here. This right here made me fall in love with Rihanna. I said, she real. She a human being. I mean, I knew she was a human being, but to me, it was just such a real moment. She just looked like a big, awkward giraffe going out with her little big old stomach. She looked normal and hot and tired and just like, I just need me something fresh and cool, and let me go out here and wash this dirty piece of fruit off in the dirty ocean and eat it. And I was just like, she just like me. I wanted to go and throw money at her right there. This is why this woman is a billionaire. This is why. Okay? Because she's just like everybody else. And she doesn't have a problem being normal in front of everyone. I've never seen a moment like that with Beyonce, ever. 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 That was the realest moment ever. And I'm sure she's had even more real moments. But this is the problem with Beyonce. She is afraid to be herself. I don't even know if Beyonce knows what being herself is. I don't know. That's why Darion jeans failed. That's why I think she had a perfume line that failed. That's why Ivy Park failed. Because she doesn't know how to be herself. Or she won't. And authenticity is extremely important when you're pushing a product, because you're not really selling that product. You're selling yourself. You have to sell you in order for people to buy the thing that you're selling. Because the thing that you're selling is really no different than the thing that it's in competition with. There's 1,000 different Darion jeans. Okay? Those jeans are in competition with 24 other pairs of jeans. So if you want us to buy those jeans that cost 40% more than the next pair of jeans, then we have to like you. And the problem is, nobody really knows Beyonce. So we're not going to spend $300 or $200 on a pair of jeans when we don't really know you. Now we'll go to your concert because your dancing and your music is tested, tried and true. We know we're going to get our money's worth on that. So we don't really need to know you personally to pay money for your concerts. But if you want us to buy your products, well, we need to get a little deeper. And this is why people are willing to invest in Rihanna's products, because she's willing to let us in. She's willing to let us in, and so we're willing to buy in. And this is where Beyonce keeps missing the boat. And I can prove to you why people are willing to buy into Rihanna. Let me read a few responses about what people are saying in contrast to Rihanna's new products. People are like responding to Rihanna's new dropping this new hair care line. And here are just some of the comment section I was reading. And Rihanna wears her hair in all these different colors. Now that's another problem that Beyonce has with this new hair care line. Beyonce's hair has always been blonde or brown. I ain't never seen her with no green hair, no pink hair, no red hair. That's Rihanna. Rihanna is not afraid to take risks with her hair. I've seen her in wigs, but I've seen Rihanna wear her hair for years, her own hair for years. And it's been pink, it's been red, it's been green. She's always willing to take risks and do something different. She's a very interesting person. Beyonce she colors inside the lines. But there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't expect us to take risks on your products if you're not willing to take risks on yourself. Even when she did the country album, she just went a lighter color blonde. She didn't even take a risk there. But here's some responses from folks who said, I honestly figured she was doing an entire beauty supply store concept where she sells wigs, products, hair tools, etc. So that was one person. And this has a lot to do with the fact that Rihanna's been doing the Fenty beauty line forever. So the only natural thing for her to do was to do a hair care line. So this person was saying here, I was expecting her to do wigs as well. So they were just expecting her to do this anyway. Next person here says, I feel like I'm inclined to believe it's a great product because she hasn't disappointed us yet. That's another person. Riri's a savage. Nobody makes her do anything. Another person says, I'm still buying it. The people in the Caribbean don't care. They're still gonna buy it. I don't care. I'm buying it because I love the whole Fenty brand. Oh, that's funny. This one girl says Rihanna probably did that on purpose to get y'all talking. She's a whole businesswoman. I think this is a calculated move. Love her, and I wish her the best in her business ventures. So there's like thousands of comments here. I don't care. I'm buying it. I love Fenty, and I'm buying it. So there's too many comments to read. But the point is, a lot of these folks are so endeared to Rihanna because Rihanna is so real and open with herself. And I think that it would help Beyonce a lot if she was more open. She doesn't have to be open because no celebrity is required to let you into their lives personally. But I feel like if they want you to buy their products, then they need to be willing to be more open about who they are as a person. I always say this, and I'm going to say it to the day I die. Nobody is self-employed. And Rihanna understands that concept. She understands that she works for the fans. And therefore, she's willing to be open and 100% transparent about who she is. And that's why the fans are all in on everything that she does. And that's why she's a billionaire. I mean, I always say that about Tabitha Brown. Tabitha Brown is probably on her way to being in the Billionaires Club. Because she is so open and authentic about who she is as a person. She was like that about her illness and her personal life. She talked about her illness and what happened to her and her mother's illness. and just her southern hospitality and her she's just such a an inviting person. Beyonce, she just comes off kind of cold. She's not a mean person, but she's just not a very approachable person. So it makes it very difficult for people to want to buy in and be all in. We are in on certain things with Beyonce, but we're just not in on everything. We'll buy her music, we'll attend her concerts, but don't ask us to do nothing else, B. Sorry. So that is that. Let's move on.